Good morning. Everyone here is an early adapter. You're here before everyone else. Excellent. I'm Theo Goodman. Welcome to CoinFestUK. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There we go. Okay, I'm going to talk today about crypto art, memes, and tokenizing artwork. And you might want to ask yourself, why are memes important, and why are they interesting, and why does anyone care about them? Well, memes are important simply because they communicate faster than other language. So it's kind of like a hieroglyph or maybe some really old Chinese characters or something. It presents an idea and communicates an idea faster than words, than our sentences or even spoken word can. So that's why memes affect us. And that's why all this stuff is important in general. So in crypto, everyone knows memes are really important. And one of the memes that happened to become popular in crypto is Pepe the Frog. Now, Pepe the Frog existed before crypto. That's clearly true. And we'll go into the history of how it became tokenized and all this stuff. But just briefly, I want to just show the general concept of the RAREPEPE wallet. And right now you see some examples of some cards. And these cards are in the RAREPEPE wallet. You might say, okay, well, that doesn't matter, Theo. Anyone can, copy the pictures, and, I have the pictures or whatever. But I have these tokens in my wallet. And only if I have the token in my wallet do I actually have it, do I have the picture in my wallet. And I can trade it on the decentralized exchange if I want, by just simply flipping it over like that. And the people that made these, they gave these to me in order to show today at the presentation. So this is just this is actually, the RAREPEPE wallet is a Bitcoin wallet, fully functional. Here you have your Bitcoin, you got your counterparty token, and you've got your Pepe Cash. And you can do some other things. But this is just a general idea that you only see the picture. Please come in. You only see the picture if you have the token in your wallet. So you can imagine it's just like a sticker book. Maybe you've seen sticker books with football players or Garbage Pail Kids or whatever. Anyone can take a photo of the sticker. You could do that. That's fine. But you don't have the sticker. If you want the sticker, you actually have to buy the sticker and put it in your sticker book. So you could imagine that the RAREPEPE wallet is, in a way, kind of like a sticker book where you collect it, except that each sticker has a token. And it's only in your sticker book if you have the token. Okay, so that's just a general example of what that is. And now we're going to go to the official presentation, if I can get it to work. There we go. I want to welcome all new people to the presentation. Thank you very much for coming today. Okay, great. So maybe some of you have seen a presentation that I did before. This is kind of like an updated version, and a lot of things have happened in the meantime. And first of all, you might think, yeah, that's interesting, Theo. You can make memes, you can do pictures. That's a nice, fun game. That's cute. Crypto kitties are cute and all that. But there's actually real money involved here. This is getting more and more serious, and you'd be surprised how fast it's growing. Here's one headline. This man made more money trading crypto kitties than investing in his IRA. IRA is basically, in the US, it's kind of like a retirement fund where you have some leeway in what you can invest in. So he made more money in crypto kitties than his IRA. This guy lives on a yacht he bought with money he made selling Pepe Cash on Motherboard. So that's one of our community members, Marty, in Canada. And he's always taking little videos from his boat or his yacht, his Pepe Cash yacht in Canada. So he just made enough money trading memes on the internet that he's basically retired on a yacht and just does Bitcoin memes and Bitcoin trolling all day. One of the co-founders of Pepe Cash, he doesn't have any bolivar. So he lives in Venezuela, and he doesn't do anything in fiat at all. He does Bitcoin, Pepe Cash, or whatever, but he doesn't do anything. So it's just a few examples of what's going on. Recently, CryptoKitties got $12 million of VC money in addition to what they already got, which I don't know. So here is the RAREPEPE directory and the RAREPEPE wallet, what I just showed you. So anyone could make a Pepe, right? Anyone could make a token. But how do you know that it's the real one? Or how do you know if this person makes a frog, picture of a frog, and this person makes a picture of the same frog, and that person makes a token, and that person makes a token, well, which one is the real one? Which one is the real dank meme? Which one is the RAREPEPE, the mega dank meme? Well, that's pretty simple in the sense of how we did it at the RAREPEPE Foundation. You have to submit your artwork and your token to us, and we will verify it. We have scientists that work, and we verify that meme and the token. So we basically are the art gallery that says that picture belongs to that token, and this is the person that made it. We don't have custody of any of the tokens. We don't have custody of any of the artwork. We're just showing it up here in the RAREPEPE directory. So if it's in the directory, then it can be displayed in the wallet, but only verified RAREPEPEs are showed in the wallet. Other Pepes, like I said, so one of the first things that happened was there was the RAREPEPE directory, and there was a Bitcoin talk thread, and one of the first things that happened is somebody made basically a copy token and picture of as I described, right? And we call those fake rares. So fake rares, it's easy to see because they're not listed in the wallet. You also have had the problem for years in the counterparty decentralized exchange with asset names. So maybe you've seen, there's a name of asset. Well, people make typo assets with a very similar name and try to sell them to people, but that's the wrong asset because there's nobody there to verify what is the correct asset. So that is the job of the RAREPEPE Foundation and the directory and the wallet to say, no, this is the right asset. This is the one that we verified, okay? We also verified that the issuance is locked, and we also had certain guidelines to how many should be issued. And this also shows you, not only can you see your nice Pepes in the RAREPEPE wallet, you can also trade them on the decentralized exchange, and it gives you a very simple interface. So that's the counterparty decentralized exchange. It's actually been working on Bitcoin since 2014. Okay, so how does it work, or how did it work? The beginning it wasn't like this, but this is just to give some insight. It's pretty interesting. So on the left side, let's say that you are an artist, and you just go to the card submit bot. Hey, do you want to submit a card? Yes. What's the name? See, the token needs to be between 100 and 100,000. Checking, all good. Now burn Pepe Cash, and then upload the picture. And when those steps are met on that side, and then you've uploaded the picture, then the Pepe card curators, the scientists, then we get it. Then we get the card, and we can discuss it. We can vote on it, and we can also chat in here. This looks cool. This doesn't look cool. We like it. We don't like it. That's mega dank. That's not dank. This is stupid. This is cool, etc. Yes, sir.
It's just a click button.
Oh, that is great. Thank you.
Just plug into USB.
Okay, great. We're high tech here. Thank you. Bear with me, please. Okay, let's see here. Any questions while I'm doing this? Okay. Let's see. Does it work? Ah, wow. Great. Okay, so I want to, maybe some of you haven't heard, but so what's happened is the scientists, they've hung up. The equipment is gone. Here's the announcement. Basically, what's happened is the RAREPEPE Foundation, there's no more submissions possible to get in the RAREPEPE directory or in the RAREPEPE wallet. It doesn't mean the project is totally dead. It just means that people are moving on and that the wallet and the directory will be maintained. I'm going to read the historical letter here, and of course, because it's crypto, it has to be done in pastebin, right? Letter, official letterhead of the RAREPEPE Foundation, a letter from the scientists. Since RAREPEPEs were first discovered on the Bitcoin blockchain in September 2016, we've worked tirelessly to verify both rareness and dankness for the RAREPEPE trading community. Over the last 18 months, we've certified nearly 1,800 pepes as rare and have listed each one and its likeness on the RAREPEPE directory. Today, we're hanging up our lab coats, closing the book on future submissions to the RAREPEPE directory. It's been a fantastic journey, honing our craft and discovering our cataloging new RAREPEPEs. We have no doubt that RAREPEPE trading will continue to thrive, with every existing Pepe becoming more rare as time moves forward. The RAREPEPE directory and RAREPEPE wallet will continue to be maintained as homage to this brief moment in internet history. Your friends, the RAREPEPE scientists. So just like with every song, there has to be an end to the song. You know, if the song gets too long, it gets kind of boring, right? DJ set that goes on forever, there's going to be a point where it's ridiculous. So, but it's blown up. The whole crypto art thing has blown up. There's lots of things. So what happened last year? Oh no, what was it? I think it was in January, excuse me. This year, there was a big conference in New York called RAREAF, that stands for Rare as Fuck. And there was the whole conference was only about this topic, what I'm talking about now, only about artwork and tokenization of artwork and crypto. And that's it. That's the whole conference was just about that. And I was really surprised how many people were there. It doesn't look that huge, but there were more people than there are right now here in this room. But so you could see here there was a live auction, and there were things auctioned. And what happened was RAREPEPE was auctioned. So RAREPEPE is a limited edition of one. There's only one, and there's only one token that goes with it. And RAREPEPE was auctioned for then what was a value of $30,000 in Pepe Cash, which is, you know, a pretty decent amount. It seemed like a whole lot when it happened. And yeah, you can look it up on Google, RAREPEPE auction, and you get, you know, some really nice results. One of my favorite is frightening Pepe Homer Simpson trading card sells for a ridiculous price on Mashable. That's a really great headline. I like that one. There's some more pictures. So another historical event happened at that conference that you might not realize from this picture. Theo, what the hell is going on here? What is this? What is this? What's going on here? Okay, so that is, back up, so that's DJ Pepe. So DJ Pepe lives on the internet. DJ Pepe is a meme. And if you have this card in your wallet and you click it and you flip it over, you get music content, special content, but only if you have the card in your RAREPEPE wallet. And this was the first panel with a crypto meme on the panel itself, because there's DJ Pepe on a panel, just like we're going to have a panel here. And not only that, DJ Pepe spoke at the panel. Yes, it's true. And when he spoke, people actually looked at the cardboard cutout. No joke. Now, of course, there was someone in the audience with a microphone doing the voice, but nonetheless, it was very interesting that. So they had DJ Pepe, how's life being an internet meme on the internet, and DJ Pepe would answer the questions. And so that is the first ever internet meme that it was on a live panel. All right, and this is just some more examples of some Pepes, actually. We're going to just go on, because I did do that. So there's new projects going on. There's all kinds of new projects going on. Here is an example of one that I think is really cool, bitcorns.com. Bitcorns, not Bitcoin, Bitcorns. So it's a so-called idle game. Basically, if you own a token called crop, then every time at a harvest, you harvest Bitcoin. Okay, so that is the general way the game works, that there's a harvesting schedule. Now, if you look in the Bitcoin Farmer Almanac, then you can read about the harvesting schedule of the Bitcoins. So we're going to go on. Here's my farm, by the way. This is the eggplant casino with the craps table. So how does this work? So, all right, just to make a long story short, when you have crops, you can claim a farm on the earth. And here are all the farms that are claimed, okay? So you claim your farm, and depending on how many crops you have, your farm is bigger. And here are the farms. There's all kinds of farms over at bitcoins.com. Yeah, we're going to take a look at one of them. So there's different ones, and you can put different artwork on there. And you could see, so this person has 5.4 crops. This person has 7.799 crops. And it's kind of like a leaderboard the way it is displayed. So this is Aztec's farm, and he's gone all out. I mean, he's got some pretty crazy stuff going on there. This is Aztec's ranch. It's somewhere in Australia. I don't know where, but it's pretty wild. So if you go to Australia, you have to check that out. Here it is. That's where it is located on the map, where he's claimed. It's a pretty huge farm. I mean, look how big that farm is. That's crazy. He's got like a whole national park, basically. And so this is what I was talking about, the harvesting schedule. Just to give it, so everyone is familiar with coins and supply and block rewards and how all that stuff works. Okay, it's pretty simple. So you hold the crops, and then if you have the crops, this is basically how the supply is distributed. So we just had a harvest in April 1st. What a great day for a harvest, right? And there were over 2 million bitcoins harvested. And so now there's some of the supply. And this is how the supply will go in for a total of 21 million Bitcoin. Notice anything? 21 million? Okay. So, and of course, at the first harvest, there was a ritualistic auction. Of course, because people, now that the scientists at RAREPEPE stopped doing the cards, well, people were like, well, I want to do cards. So people started making cards, and they're going to be included in the Bitcoins game too. But you have to see these cards kind of play on the whole Bitcoin community, because this is a yacht dock that you can add to your farm. Because of course, there's also a Lambo garage you can get. There's other things you can collect for your farm. And we did an auction in the Telegram chat. And for example, this guy was bidding 14,100 Bitcoins. I mean, one Bitcoin is worth $1 right now. The thing is that nobody is selling them, so it's kind of a funny. I mean, you could talk about the USD price, but the market is not liquid, so it's kind of funny. But anyway, Bitcoins, it's important. CryptoKitties. Who's heard of CryptoKitties? I guess a lot of people have. It says here on this video that there was one sold for 250 ETH. That's crazy. I mean, even to me, but why not, right? And this guy with a unicorn on YouTube is talking about it. And there's different projects on Ethereum. Here are just a few. I mean, there's CryptoKitties, there's CryptoPunks, and Archetype is coming. It's not done yet, but it's coming. So CryptoKitties. So the tokens on RAREPEPE or Bitcoins, they are issued. The way things are issued on Counterparty is different than they are on Ethereum, of course, because I don't want to get into all the technical stuff, but let's just get into this, is that with CryptoKitties, there's an owner of the smart contract itself. And the smart contract has some things that could be edited still today. Now, of course, that company is risking their reputation if they were to do that, but they could do some things that potentially could change CryptoKitties. So you have to ask yourself, do I want to pay $250,000 for a CryptoKitty, and maybe I can't use it in the game and I can't breed my CryptoKitty? Because theoretically, what if the SEC came to the CryptoKitty company and said, this is a security, close shop, freeze this smart contract, then I can't breed my CryptoKitty anymore. Of course, that's a worst case scenario. I'm not saying that's going to happen. But it's definitely something to think about if you're really putting real money into this. And this thing is going in that direction. It's going the direction that all this stuff is worth more and more and more and more. So there's not a standard right now for smart contracts for artwork. What's good? What's the standard practice? It's still up in the air. Archetype is another project being built on Ethereum. I just want to give them a short shout out. What they're going to do is they're going to make it easy for you to make. Right now, if you want to make a token on Ethereum, it's kind of tricky. It's kind of like a nerd thing. has all these like lines of code for smart contracts and stuff. They're going to make it really easy to do. CryptoPunks is another project. It's a cool project. And what's also interesting is they had a bug. At their presentation, they had a bug, and it's just an example of some things that can go wrong. They discovered a bug. Sales were assigning the price paid to the buyer, not the seller. So if you build stuff in smart contracts, stuff can happen. Be careful. All right. So, like you might know, GIFs and memes exist before tokens and all that stuff, right? That's how it came to be about, that it's important. So how did Pepe become important in crypto? Well, that's probably from Clay. So this guy named Clay, I've never met him, but he does live in UK somewhere, but I don't know where. He made these sticker packs, and he made them, I think since 2015 he started the first ones. And they're amazingly popular. I don't know, they have hundreds of thousands of downloads in Telegram because you can track how many people are using those sticker packs in Telegram. And I think without his sticker packs, it would have never taken off. I think without RAREPEPE, there wouldn't be any CryptoKitties. So I think that indirectly, him making these sticker packs and them becoming really popular in Telegram and that influencing crypto culture is kind of part of the root of all of it. Here is another person I want to give a shout out to, Jim BTC on Twitter, Jim BTC. He makes really good GIFs, and some of his GIFs get copied by other people. They put them in YouTube videos and they try to cut out his watermark and things like that. It's a little funny, but this is a good one. I mean, I can't play the GIF in this presentation, but basically it's Jabba the Hutt is in Basel in the central bank of central banks, kind of, and they're talking about money. And another person you should check out is bitcoinartgallery.com, or his Twitter. He's been doing stuff since 2013. He's just cataloging basically all artwork having to do with crypto, and I think you'd be really surprised what you find there. All right, and the market is really mooning. It's going up. I mean, we've got some really crazy projections here. We're going to go to all-time highs. And you know, it's a real competitive market. Here we have the view all the way to 2020. All right. So like I said, there are some things to talk about with Ethereum and with tokens and who owns the tokens and who owns the smart contract. I mean, here's the blockchain art token guy. We can ask him what he thinks. And what he's telling us is that, first of all, when things started, it was a joke, but it became real. People like to buy RAREPEPEs just because they like to collect them. And so this is the way that I described how the RAREPEPE Foundation works, where the scientists verify things and the artist has control of the asset the whole time, and the scientists and the directory don't have any custody of the assets at all, and they don't have any control over it. So it was just generated totally separate. But if you get into other things, with Ethereum right now, it could be with Counterparty 2 at some point, who knows? But they have these discussions that kind of frighten me because, for example, here's one, kill dust accounts. So what that means is it's just a proposal. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it's just that the discussion. When you look at that GitHub and you look at the discussion, you know, they're saying, okay, well, if it has such a small amount of Ethereum there, then, you know, it's kind of clogging up our network more or less. Let's just kill it. Well, what if that little tiny bit of Ethereum represented a frog or a kitty or something that's really cool? Or what if, I mean, it's my dust, right? So just that in itself, I think that we need to really have a discussion about that, because not all things are worth the same to everybody. So what if it says kill all meme Ethereum accounts? I don't think that's going to happen, but what if it did? What if games and memes were over 50% of the Ethereum network? And we've already seen CryptoKitties clog up the network. And what if the guys say, look, that's not what we built Ethereum for. Disable those contracts or disable this and that or whatever. It's just a possibility. I don't think it's going to go that far, but it's a discussion that people are having and we should have. You're right. It's basically what I said. See, ETH is for serious shit. Okay, whatever that. All right, here we got some other people that are really interested in blockchain and memes. And that is the main presentation. Does anyone have any questions about tokens, crypto memes, or anything else? Yes?
Hello. Let's have a round of applause for Theo, and then we'll get some questions in.
Thank you.
Let's just turn the lights back on here. There we go. Does anyone have a question for Theo? Here we go. Right here, sir.
Absolutely loved it, Theo. It's just love the collectible idea, and this is really cool and exciting. I feel like I'm drinking from a fire hose here. I'd love. Where would you say I should go to kind of follow what's going on? Maybe some simple places just to keep abreast
Great.
of what's going on.
That's great. I should have made a slide for that. Okay, I have a test. I have a few recommendations. There's a podcast, Art on the Blockchain, ATOB. Should check that out. You can check that out on SoundCloud. There is the chat RAREPEPE Traders Telegram group, and there is another one, Decentralized Art Project Telegram. And they're writing really fast. But if you were to, or you could just tweet at me at TheoG__, and I will also make the recommendations. But there are some that are really doing a lot of stuff.
Excellent. Do you have any more questions here? What's going on with this microphone? Hello? Does anyone else have another question? Anybody else? Well, if you think this is the kind of thing will polarize people, because it's either you think, well, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen ever, or you say, well, this is amazing. The fact is, this subculture is what's going to bootstrap the entire blockchain space. So when you talk about adoption of cryptocurrencies, you say you can't use it as cash yet, you can't buy coffee with it, you can't this, can't that. This culture doesn't care, right? This is what you got to understand about this market. They're going to grab this technology, and they've already ran with it. So this will be the foundation that becomes all of the serious, if you like, applications of this technology going forward. It's the way it goes on the internet, right? It's the subculture that grabs it, bootstraps it, gives it a foundational value, and then no one really appreciates that. Do you agree with that, Theo?
Oh, yeah, sure. I think that, so that's what we're seeing. When I posted that one about the conference in New York, there were a lot of normal artists there. It wasn't just crypto people. So it was a lot of new people that were really interested. Of course, they hear, oh, wow, people are making a lot of money, blockchain stuff. I want to do it too. But they're, in the first place, painters or whatever other kind of artist. And they want to figure out how can they use tokens, blockchain, and all that kind of stuff. And people get that. It's emotional. I mean, people here might get it because we've been in it for a while. We're crypto nerds. It's okay. We get trading and all that stuff. But other people don't get that. But they might understand having a weird Max Kaiser sticker in a sticker book. Or they might understand a funny frog. Or they might understand artwork more than, I don't know, a smart contract. And another thing about what you said is that I hope that we can get all the artwork applications running well before we connect blockchains to our self-driving cars, because I would want our art applications to work well before we start doing that.
Right. And this is the thing, again, about this culture. The very fact that no one else is using it is one of the main attractions, right? Do you agree with that as well?
What do you mean that nobody else is using it?
The fact that it's not yet been adopted by the masses, that's one of the attractive things about the innovators and the early adopters.
Well,
right?
sure, everybody wants to get in first.
That's
Everybody
why
knows.
But that's why it's cool, though, isn't it, right? Once it becomes...
Sure, that's one aspect of it. Yeah, you mean like once that it's mainstream, that it's not cool anymore?
Like, yeah.
That could be one thing, sure.
That's what I define as a subculture, anyway.
Yeah, I think we're a ways off from that.
Yeah, cool. Do we have any more questions of Theo? Yes, we have one up there. Here we go.
Hello. Yeah, I came in just a bit late. I was just wondering, with the cards, do you buy them, did you say, with Bitcoin?
So that was one project that you can buy them with Bitcoin. So it's like its own ecosystem. And there's a token called Bitcoin. And all right, actually it's really complicated. So that's not good for the mass. Okay, so what it is, there's a decentralized exchange on Bitcoin that's built on Bitcoin. And you can buy any other token for another token. For example, there's Counterparty is a token that's traded on exchanges. Okay? So anyone can make an order on this exchange counterparty for a RAREPEPE, for example. Or another one that is being used a lot is Pepe Cash. Now, the Bitcoin cards that I showed right now are mostly offered for Bitcoin. So that's basically true.
So what are the Pepe cards paid for with? What do you need to buy them with?
Either counterparty or Pepe Cash.
And have they got their own wallet app that you can store them in?
Yes, they do. Any wallet that is a so-called counterparty wallet, there are mobile apps, there are other things like that. You can store Pepe Cash, and you can store your assets in. These cards, they're still in those wallets. Now, they might not be displayed as nicely as as I showed them, but they're there.
Just one last thing. Is that
Sure.
is that when you say store them? Is that the same with like? Are they because they're on the Ethereum blockchain or on the Bitcoin blockchain?
Exactly. These are on the Bitcoin blockchain. Exactly. It is. You own the keys to them. So, in my opinion, that's sovereign artwork. You have full control of it.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Any more questions? There we go. There's one over here.
Yeah, I also find it fascinating, and I agree that this could be fuel some adoption, but there's also a skeptical side that would say that, analog art has some kind of staying power, right? But digital art or memes, they come and go. They are more maybe like the ICOs that now there are too many of them, and so that it just runs dead. So what would you say to that?
I mean, that's true. I mean, memes definitely come and go. That's more of a pulse of a community. But I mean, so the thing with analog or physical artwork, it's kind of a different. Do you mean physical and analog, or do you mean? Yeah. So that's kind of a different realm than digital, and so it's hard to solve the issue of monetizing digital artwork in itself, or tokenizing it is a problem to be solved in itself that is difficult. Now, whether the artwork itself is not wanted anymore, that's okay. Now, as far as what you said, I mean, that's true. There could be a big hype about art tokens or whatever, and it could go away. But what's good about what you said is that memes are actually very good historical documentations of short snippets of time. So if you were to look at crypto Twitter in 2014 and look at some of the memes, you might not even know what the hell they're talking about. So you'd have to hone in and be like, that's crazy. They were talking about this particular event in that month because in crypto world we're going at hyperspeed. It's kind of like every month is a year. It's kind of like dog years or something. And so the memes, as you said, that is also representative of that. So it's really good. They're kind of historical documentations of what's going on.
So if anyone's looking for a new career, you can be a crypto art curator. That's a
There you
whole
go.
new career just created right there. Anyone else have a question for Theo? Who else would like a question? Are you sure? You're absolutely sure?
Okay.
Okay. Let's have one final round of applause for Theo.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.